morning, everybody, and welcome back to yet another awesome episode After School with the Lawsons. And today I am joined none other than the one and only, the one that holds this family together. She's the better looking one in this relationship, my beautiful wife, Whitney Lawson.
Hello.
How are you doing tonight? You look really good.
Thanks.
I might add.
You said good morning.
Yeah, because this airs in the morning.
Oh, well, it's technically nighttime right now.
Well, usually it is. I mean, not many people film podcasts at the time that they air.
Yeah.
Very few.
It's 10:30 here right now.
Is it really?
Yeah, because old Pepaw over here spent about 30 minutes trying to get all this set up.
Well, this setup is not an easy one.
Yeah. I just think, you're getting older, you're moving a little slower, so.
Well, I was the first one dressed today.
Well, yeah, but I was also the one tending to a toddler, and he's like, oh, I'm going to go get dressed.
And I got dressed.
And I'm the one cleaning, and he's like, are you done cleaning your room yet? And I'm like, well, you took your sweet time to get dressed, and I'm over here doing my wifely duties, my mom duties, every other duty in the house.
Your duties. You got to take your duties.
No, I don't do normal duties.
Yeah, we know that. Speaking of, I think you have some explaining to do.
About what?
Your duties.
Did I go one time a week?
Yes. So you need to, we've talked about it on Daniel and Jordan podcast, and we've talked about it here on After School with the Lawsons. I think you have some explaining to do. I mean, I know your issues.
What's my issue?
Oh.
That I blow it up?
Yeah.
Well, it's because I take 3 laxatives one time a week.
Why 3 though?
Because I got to cleanse my system. Because IBS runs on my side of the family. So
I call BS.
Irritable bowel syndrome runs on my side of the family. So none of us have normal poops.
Oh.
And so I'm lucky to go. And I bloat and swell. So if I do go without it, it's barely anything. So if I want like a really good poop, I have to take 3 laxatives. And then that's when I feel like, I just feel cleansed. But then
there's this difference between cleansing the system and cleansing your soul. And sometimes I think if you was to take 3 laxatives,
I'm doing a little bit of both.
You're bound to cleanse the soul along with the system.
The only thing I hate is if I take them and then I'm like, oh, I'm done for the day. I'm going to go shower and clean myself. And then I get ready to go to bed and I'm like, oh man, I got to go to the bathroom again. I'm like, I just washed my behind and I got to go back to the bathroom and I feel dirty all over again.
So me and Jordan talked about this on our podcast, the Daniel and Jordan podcast. Do you know about that?
Yeah, I heard.
But anyways, we talked about the proper ways of scrubbing your butt.
Yeah.
So how do you do that?
Well, I kind of squat.
You don't stand on your tippy toes like Jordan, do you?
The tippy toe thing I do not get. How is that helping you wash your behind?
I tried it. I'm not going to lie. I tried it. And Whitney was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. This is what Jordan does. And it wasn't.
I kind of spread my legs and squat like a cave person or something, and then scrub real hard. I've even had a doctor tell me you scrub way too hard.
Well, did you listen?
No, I still scrub way too hard because I just feel like I gotta get all up in there and clean it real good, and then I splash water. But it's more like a.
And then what is that? Is that the rinsing process?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, interesting. Well, welcome back to the show, you guys. It's been a minute since Whitney's been on here.
I cut my hair.
She did cut her hair since last time.
I dyed it.
Yeah.
Well, it needs to be, I have a hair appointment in about a week. It's supposed to be a maroon color, but it's lightened up a lot, so it looks like
it looks good.
Firehead right now.
I like it. Really it's kind of like I'm being scandalous and I have a new wife. Oh. Is that the right word, scandalous?
I guess.
I don't even know what that means, to be honest with you. I try to use these cool vocabulary words because I feel like I have to. Because
speaking of vocabulary, remember we were in the car the other day and we were talking about random facts of knowledge.
Yes.
And then we got on the subject. I was like, man, remember when, because I was like, ask Google, ask Siri. And when he's in the car saying, hey, Siri this, hey, Siri that. And we're going back and forth.
No, let's just tell him what so she was like, bet you don't know the capital of Maine. Bet you don't know the capital of New York.
And then so he's like, hey, Siri, because I thought it was one, and then he thought it was the other. So he's asking Siri, and I'm like, man, remember before Google or before Siri, you'd have to go look up something in the encyclopedia. I said, did your parents ever have a set of encyclopedias like my parents did? And then he's like, encyclopedia? Or didn't you say dictionary?
Yes, a dictionary describes the word.
It defines it.
Correct.
That's the definition. An encyclopedia is information.
Correct. But she got them backwards in the car.
No, I did not.
You did.
No, I was telling you, encyclopedia, like if you wanted to look up the capital of New York City.
You can find that in the encyclopedia?
Encyclopedia is like a full set. They're huge. It tells you a bunch of information. Yes.
Well,
it's kind of like a Google, but in books, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, she thought I wasn't as smart as I was, and Lord, was she wrong. She married her a genius, because I got 80% of the questions right.
I don't recall that.
I do.
You got the capital of Kentucky correct.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
then,
should have, because that's where we're from.
And then you got the capital of Texas correct, only because you were born there.
No, you didn't ask me that. It was New York I got right. There was multiple
and
ones
then
that I got
Texas,
right.
and you said Austin.
But then she's
only
like...
probably because you watched The Real World. That was it.
I mean, maybe. But she was like, well, don't you want to know? I'm like, I could care less about
I
the
said,
capital.
don't you ever just wonder, you're just sitting there pondering like, man, what is the capital of the... He's like...
No, I don't. I mean, who does?
I said, don't you ever just wonder, like, want to know these random facts of knowledge? And he's like, no.
No, it's not random facts of knowledge. See, that's where you're getting it. You think it's important to know the capital of every state.
Yeah.
What's the point? I mean...
It's just good to know. I mean, because someone else...
What are you going to use it for?
Well, I mean, if someone else don't know it, you're there to bam, it's that. You're there to help.
I don't think anybody just randomly talks about the capitals unless they're in history class.
Was I not talking about the capitals in the car?
Yeah, you were just trying to make me sound stupid.
No, I was just curious.
Well, the thing is
I find certain things interesting.
Well, there's certain things that
and
I
that
don't
was fun to me. Is naming off the capitals of the states. Was that not fun to you?
Not at all. It brought back traumatizing history class.
That just shows opposites attract because we're complete opposite.
Yeah, I mean, I could care less. I mean, if you're throwing random facts of YouTube or, TikTok, Instagram, stuff like that, I'm all in, baby.
See, that's kind of boring to me.
Yeah, that's where we're different.
I'd like to know, just like we were talking about, we were cleaning the ceiling fans earlier.
Oh, yeah. So if anybody has the answer to this, please comment. Email us at, what is our email, Daniel? No, it's...
theawesomelausons@delsado.com.
Yeah. Email us this answer or send us a message. But Whitney had a wonderful question.
So we were cleaning the ceiling fans earlier, and it accumulates all this dust. And I'm like, man, how does that happen? Because all of our furniture can sit down, like it's not moving.
Correct. I don't think anybody's furniture just walks around.
It doesn't collect that much dust, but then our ceiling fans are constantly mobile and they have so much dust on them. I'm like, how is something moving constantly and dust just latches onto there? I just don't get it. I'm like, I would like to know the science behind that.
Well, I think it just came to me. The Science by Daniel states that...
Hold on, The Science by Daniel?
It's a real thing. Seriously. Okay. The Science by Daniel states that, okay, so during the summer, you want your fan to blow down, right? So you click that little thing at the top, and then the air, when it circulates, it's coming through the fan and coming down and then blowing down on you and then coming up.
Well, I never even knew you could turn the fan one direction or the other.
Well, look in your encyclopedia. It might tell you. But so when you do that, the air rotates this way. But in the wintertime, you flip that switch up. So regardless, air is actually moving through that fan, but that still doesn't
explain how the dust is staying.
Yeah. I mean, the air is circulating through the fan.
I get that. But what I'm saying is if it's moving, you would think it's going to push it away. How would something go up and attach? That just doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, that's
like stepping out in front of a car. It's going to run you over instead of you getting stuck to it. I mean, you might get stuck to it. Is that a bad analogy?
Yeah, because that makes no sense compared to a fan collecting dust.
Let's use a train.
That doesn't make any sense either.
Well,
what does a train have to do with fan collecting dust?
Nothing. But
you're right.
If you walk out in front of it, you would get stuck to the train probably. But, you know, it's just, I mean, maybe it's a bad analogy, but I thought it was a good idea. We'll look in the encyclopedia. But if you guys have any answers to that, feel free. Drop it in the comments. Drop it in the chat. Send us an email. But yeah, not much new with us and our family, just busy as always. I do want to bring up something before we talk about what you wanted to talk about today. But so long story short, my cousin's wife posted on Facebook this morning that a local Bowling Green City Fire Department worker lost everything in a home fire.
A fireman, yeah.
Yeah, he was a fireman. They lost everything in a fire last night. And I found that out this morning on Facebook. And
they have 2 kids, I think a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Yeah, and you know, in Jamie's post, they weren't asking for anything, but she was wanting like clothes sizes, you know, certain size pants for men. Listen, I used to be a 36, okay? I'm down to a 33, and this gentleman is a 32. So my pants and clothes probably won't fit him. And our kids are different sizes too.
Yeah, and then the women's sizes, they weren't the same as mine,
Yeah.
so we don't have anything.
Yeah, we didn't have anything. So me and Whitney talked, and we're like, you know what? We're going to donate $500, and we were going to give them a gift card and, you know, just a card, you know, sorry for the tragic thing that's happened. And, you know, we don't know these people, but we just felt like in our hearts it's the right thing to do.
Well, if you can help, you should. Yeah.
I think, you know, anybody should, if they're in the place to be able to do that, you know, don't,
especially in that situation, it makes me think, you know, if that were to happen to me and I have kids, you know, I would want someone to lend a helping hand.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, for sure. I couldn't imagine losing everything. And, you know, with them having kids, they lost toys, clothes, food. I mean, everything's gone. Yeah. And so we were going to donate $500. And then I was sitting down here and I was like, hey, honey, do you think I should go live on TikTok and see what our fans would, you know, be willing to pitch in? And guys, you would not believe it. I'm going to make a long story short. I was maybe live for an hour. I was wanting to get up to at least $500 from our followers and the awesome Lawson family on TikTok and all this stuff. But, you know, we surpassed that. We were at $1,013.12 just from our following on TikTok.
Within that hour.
Yeah, within that hour. So we're still putting in our $500. So we're going to be donating $1,500 or
tomorrow morning,
$1,513, which isn't a lot at all. By all means, I mean the amount of loss that this family had. It's $1,500 is not going to do anything, but it's the thought of these people. One, we don't even know this family,
and every little bit can help, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. But what I'm saying is I don't even know these people.
Right.
You know what I mean? I just know he's a local fireman. He's a first responder. You know, and if something was to happen in our family like that, I mean,
a big thing for me is, of course, you want to help people in general, but like I said, a big thing for me is I think about children.
Yeah.
And that's what, you know, makes me want to help even more is just the thought of, it's like, what if it were my kids?
Yeah,
you know?
For sure. To each and every single one of you that were on the live, I know we were talking about, you know, I said I would mention it on this podcast. And for the record, we broke our streaming record on After School with the Lawsons with 89 streams in one day, which is huge, guys. That's awesome. I appreciate you all. I love you guys. You know, it sits home with me, and I get a little emotional, but it's amazing that, you know, us being able to sit here and have fun and all these cool conversations, you know, it's special to me that you guys are that interested and want to listen and you know, share the content and stuff. So I deep down inside, I am very grateful for you guys. The people that donated, thank you guys so much. We're going to be able to bless this family with a little over $1,500. And it's wonderful. And I just wanted to say thank you again for all the donations. And, you know, these people don't even, like I was saying, I don't know the people that we're giving this money to.
Right.
You know, my cousin works for the Bowling Green Fire Department. So that's how I know all this is, you know, true facts. But at the same time, these people that donated on TikTok don't know these people.
Right.
They don't know us from Adam and Eve. You know what I like?
Right.
They know us from producing that positive content, making people laugh.
Well, just like when we did the Feeding America,
Mm-hmm.
you know, when we went live, and that was when I was pregnant with Leighton at the time, you know, that's when we just started, you know, getting our name out there and everything. You know, no one knew us.
Right.
And it's like, you honestly just got to take the word of that person. But it's like, that goes to show you that there's still good people out in the world.
For sure. And that's what I was getting to, is how we've built this community of people, and like attracts like, right? And that just proves that. We have worked tremendously hard, and we're going to get into that here in a minute, to build a community of people that are like-minded with us, you know, that want to help people or serve people. And just the fact that I was able to jump on for an hour and get a little over $1,000 from you guys is just mind-blowing to me. And again, I can't say thank you enough. I'm sure this lady is going to be extremely grateful. We're going to give her the card tomorrow with the gift card. And then everybody that donated on the Cash App and the Venmo, we're going to write your name in that card. We're going to take a picture of the card and then post it on our Instagram. I did make a couple stories today on Instagram and TikTok, but I just wanted to point that out. I told everybody I would mention it here on After School with the Lawsons, so I just wanted to take that brief moment and, you know, say thank you. So, again, we appreciate it. So, you wanted to talk about just social media in general and how busy.
Well, I mean, don't put it all on me. Like, so you want to talk? I mean, don't make me lead the conversation.
Well, that's what you wanted to talk. I said, hey, what do you want to chat about tonight? You know, based on these other things. But
Right.
you said you wanted to talk about how, you know, social media in a whole it's a busy life.
Being a content creator.
Yeah, being a content creator. It's not easy. It's busy, you know, and these people that think that you could just jump in and do it, sure you can, but we want you to understand and know that it is not easy. It's not, you know.
A lot of people think, oh,
unicorns and rainbows.
Right. People think, oh, you're a content creator. You have, your life is so easy. You got it so well. I mean, your life is gold. And I mean, and it's honestly, we're very blessed, but also we work our butts off and we sacrifice a lot. I mean, there's days to when I'm like, I question it and I'm like, do I even want to do this anymore? Because it's not the fact of, you know, it's more so us sacrificing, you know, time with each other.
Yeah.
You know, and time with our families and everything. And it's not like, oh, we're off just hanging out doing other things. It's just
Yeah, because I mean, we live a normal life. Our kids are in extracurriculars.
and we're all here. That's the thing. But it's like, where, you know, you might be working with the podcast or doing something for filming, or you and I are doing something for filming, or one of us is running the kids to karate. I mean, it's like, it's so busy being a content creator. I mean, it's not like a 9 to 5, you know, 5 days a week.
And I think all content creators would agree. But I don't think it's said enough that it is a busy lifestyle and you do sacrifice a ton. I sacrifice a ton. You sacrifice a ton. You know, there's days where work needs to be done, but you know, I want to go outside and kick the ball with the kids or something, you know, and
I feel like we don't see each other's, you know, each end of the spectrum. You know what I mean? Like me on my side, I feel like I'm single momming it all the time, you know, and it's like, and then I see you, you know, maybe in here laughing and having fun or whatever while you're like filming with Jordan with a podcast. And I'm like, man, you know, I'm over here with a screaming toddler and doing schedules and everything else. But then on your side, you're probably seeing me out in the yard with the kids playing with bubbles or whatever. And you're like, oh, I'm in here working, editing, doing whatever. So it's like, we really don't see each other's side, but it's like, we're both sacrificing. And it's a lot. I mean, I feel like we sacrificed most with time with each other.
Oh, for
and
sure.
that's, that's where our strong relationship and strong bond comes into play, because I feel like if our relationship wasn't as strong as it is, we wouldn't last.
So like with people listening, what do you think has built that strong relationship with me and you?
Well, for one, we both trust each other.
Mm-hmm.
We're very like-minded. We're not the jealous type.
We're not the jealous type. I'm not the jealous type. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not the jealous type, but if someone hits on you, I'm like, yeah, he looks good, blah, blah. But if someone touches you, the gloves are coming off. But no, seriously, like, I feel like we're very like-minded. For one, we've been together 7 years. Mm-hmm. So, we've built that relationship.
I need to write that down so I don't forget.
Oh my gosh. What do you feel like?
I feel like the things we've been through as a couple has built a strong foundation from the beginning.
Right.
And I think that's huge.
And I feel like we know each other so well.
I mean, we knew each other since high school.
Right.
So
but also,
that helps.
but since we've been together, like for the past 7 years, like we've grown to know each other so well, like in and out, like what we like, what we don't like. And it's not that we're just husband and wife. We're also best friends, and not a lot of couples are like that.
Yeah. Our relationship is special. And obviously that is built from day one of a relationship. But I think a lot of what we have is through the 7 years that we've been together, all the major things that we've overcome or overcame, or however you would say that, together as a couple
has made us stronger.
Has made us stronger at the end through this time, because I feel like if we were just now to meet in like this world, like it would be so overwhelming probably for the both of us. I would rather throw my hands up, and you would too probably. But everything we've been through, like there's been a lot of stuff that we've been through, and it's like,
and we always, every single time something happens, we're like, if people think this is gonna break us apart or split us, it's not gonna happen.
Like there's absolutely nothing in this world other than a meteor coming down from outer space that could rip us apart, honestly. Yeah. And I'm so grateful for that relationship, and it's been a constant build. It's not that it's done forming, you know what I mean? I feel like we work on it daily, and, there's days I mess up, there's days you mess up, but then we kind of come together, whether it be that night or the next day, and we kind of talk it out. But at the end of the day, I love you for who you are, and you just been by my side from day one. Right. And it's much appreciated. And not a lot of people probably have that. So I'm extremely blessed to be in the position that I am, and to have such a strong woman, standing beside me.
Well, thanks, honey. I appreciate it. Love you.
Get teary-eyed.
Oh, see, you're getting old, Pepaw. That's what happens, y'all, when you get old. You get sensitive. But that's one thing that I love about him, because I feel like when we first got together, I felt like he was just like this big old gym buff macho.
I was big and buff. I mean, don't tell him.
But within the past 2 years, I think ever since we've had Layton, he has shown so much of a sensitive side, and I enjoy it so much. I appreciate it.
But I am still, I have a tough heart. It's just, I have a loving soul.
Yeah.
Well,
I've always seen that, but I feel like ever since we've had Layton, you've become more vulnerable.
Yeah.
And I enjoy seeing that side of you. It's almost like you're opening up more, Yeah,
yeah. I feel like having a podcast, and, there's 89 people that listened the other day, so I feel like the more you guys get to know me and understand me, like I have to be, because it's like we're a family, these people are so interested in listening day to day or week to week what's going on with the Lawsons. It's like you have to show that side, or it comes across as fake, and I don't want to come across as that, like, hey, this is me, this is who you get. We broke our streaming record, and guess what? I'm a glass window. Like this is true. And that's why we come out with this podcast. It's like, I wanted you guys to understand me and my thinking and get to know my wife and get to know us as a couple and, you know, all the cool people we've had on here. It's so cool to be able to travel and meet these people and have these people come here to the studio. It's like, I never would have thought, you know, this is episode 33, I think. We're 33 episodes in.
I can't keep track.
You know, we've had some big time names on here, and it's been a cool ride. And I didn't know what it was going to be whenever we started this. Like, I had no idea. I was like, we're just going to talk with the kids and this and that. And now I found my true purpose of why we've started this. And I talk about that on the last episode. You know, and I'm just so thankful to be able to finally find that after 33 years. Because a lot of people search for that their whole life. Some people are blessed to understand that at such a young age, but, you know, unfortunately, well, I guess it wouldn't be unfortunate because I have found that true purpose, but I'm thankful that after 33 years, I know my purpose, you know, and having this platform to be able to exercise that purpose is great for me, because I can count those wins, you know, and, you know, it's been a cool ride. I love it.
Well, back to what we were saying,
about the fans?
No, about our relationship.
Oh, yeah.
One big thing is communication. That's a huge thing for us. You know, I feel like once we start to slip up a little bit with that, that's when almost like we might have an argument or we might start to butt heads when we're not communicating as well as what we normally should. Yeah. You know, and just like here lately, we've been so busy. So we have come to a decision to take a break one day a week, which is tomorrow. Well,
I film on Sunday for the Daniel and Jordan podcast.
But after
if
that,
you guys haven't heard, Daniel and Jordan has come out with a brand new show. It's located on YouTube, Daniel and Jordan. All you got to do is search that. We have 5 episodes.
And if you don't know who they are, they're Daniel and Jordan.
We have 5 episodes, and then we have a 6th one dropping on Thursday. So you can listen to us here on Tuesday, and then Daniel and Jordan on Thursday.
And they're very funny, and I'm not saying it just because that's my husband and my husband's best friend. I appreciate the humor. I think y'all are hilarious.
Yeah, it's a different kind of humor. It's definitely something different than you guys heard here, but at the end of the day, it's just 2 best friends who, I mean, we're soulmates. I mean,
it's a little more adult friendly.
Yeah, for sure. But you know, me and Jordan are so comfortable in our friendship, and I think everybody needs that someone that way. You know, the dude would do anything for me. You know, he would rub my back if I wanted to.
That's why I miss hanging out with Lacey, because that's how Lacey and I were.
Yeah, like we are inseparable. You know, 33-year-old men who love each other. It's crazy. Like my best friend through high school, we played music together and grew up together, been over at his house, slept in the same beds. I mean, I think everybody needs a friend like that, you know, to be able to live life. I mean, and if you don't have that, you need to find it.
But back to what we were saying about Sunday.
Yeah, Sundays.
Before the Daniel and Jordan podcast.
I just thought I'd share that.
After you guys get done filming, we've decided every Sunday we're going to take a break from the social media content stuff and spend some time together, kind of wind down.
Well deserved.
Yes, we definitely need it.
Whether it be a dinner or hanging out with the kids, watching a movie.
Let's be honest, it's going to be with the kids because we don't have a babysitter.
Yeah.
So
maybe they'll go to bed early that night.
Probably not.
But
maybe we'll all go hang out at the mall or just do something fun.
So we take off work for you to spend money. Classic woman.
No, we're on a budget this month. I ain't spending no money. We're going to go do something free.
Yeah, like the playground.
Yeah.
Yeah, kids, you get to go to the play. We're going to go to your school and we're going to drop you off at the playground.
They'll say, we're hungry or thirsty. All right, we'll go back home then.
We'll go back home. We're going to pack us a picnic snack. We're going to pack us a picnic.
We'll be like those parents that go to the movies and put all the snacks and drinks in the bags.
I still do. I mean, I haven't been to the movies in years, but if I do go to the movies, I'm going to the dollar store first.
Oh, no. That's not the same.
The pack of chocolate-covered
Oh,
raisins.
the candy, yes.
Yeah,
I'm
not
talking
the
about
popcorn.
I get the popcorn and the drinks at the movies.
Yeah, I mean,
You got to
I feel
get
like they're
the
watered
butter.
down.
You got to get the butter from the popcorn at the movie theater.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, I want pump, extra pumps. And you got to get the big old soda that's like $10, however much it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, the only thing when you get the big soda is you sacrifice going to pee
I
every so
know.
often, and it's like, oh, what I miss? I mean, you can't pause the movie.
Yeah.
See, that's why I love the luxury of watching movies at home. You can turn it up.
and the only thing I hate is I finish my popcorn before the movie even starts because they do all these previews and then my popcorn's gone.
What? You need to up your size on the popcorn.
Well,
That'll solve the world problem right there.
I was going to say something a second ago, but I forgot.
Was it about the candies?
No.
Was it about your popcorn?
No, this is about us.
What about us? What about us? Isn't that what about all the things we said together? Oh, it's a Pink song, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I mean, I ain't trying to sing it on here, but yeah, it's been a ride. The people donating today, thank you guys so much. The social media world is extremely busy, and if you are doing that and it's something you want to do, chase your dreams. I'm not telling you to stop it. I'm just telling you, just understand and know that it's hard work, and I believe in you. You can do it, and if you do it, I would highly recommend you using your platform to help others. Use it in a good way. Don't, me and Jordan.
Everything is not always what it seems to be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. I mean, look at this hair. Looks great. I'm going to be honest, the backside's not done. I mean, I'm not going to show you guys. Well, I'll pull it up just a little bit. This part is not curled, okay? I didn't curl any of the back because I knew it wasn't going to be on camera. But I look good, don't I? You guys wouldn't have known the back wasn't curled. Everything's not what it seems.
Yeah.
So
She's not even here right now. This is a holographic image.
people may think, oh, all these content creators, they live these lavish lives. Yeah, I keep thinking that.
Yeah. Lift up your pants, show them your leg hairs.
I mean, my cuticles, I look like I'm a hamster that's been chewing on my fingers. I mean, my fingernails ain't been painted in forever. Toenails.
Yeah. Her ass ain't even been washed in months.
I need to take a cheese grater to these feet.
Oh, my
I
God.
mean,
Speaking of, why? Okay. The cheese grater on the feet. I get it.
the foot scrubber.
Yeah, but you're addicted.
I'm not addicted. I like my feet. They're smooth, but I got a little couple rough spots.
No, you have a couple cuts. Some of your toes look like Freddy Krueger's skin.
My toes, look, they grew back.
Yeah, finally, your toes grew back. No. Her toes grew back, everybody.
My skin grew back. They are healed. But I like to do the heels of my feet because I feel like where you put the most pressure on your feet is where they get the roughest, the hardest. And I don't like it to feel like a rock or hard because especially when I think, oh, my husband's touched my feet, I don't want him to be like, dang, they're hard as a rock.
Honey, I've been thinking, dang, they're hard as a rock for many years. So you can cheese grate all you want. I know the truth. I see the sawdust in the bathroom.
What's funny is Cadence saw me doing it one day and I said, because it was a bunch in the floor and it looks like Parmesan cheese, honestly. Ooh. I told Cadence, I said, what would you do if one time I gave you spaghetti and she loves Parmesan cheese?
Not foot
and
cheese.
You put it on there and you ate it. And I said, Cadence, that was the stuff for my feet. She said, I would throw up and I would never eat your spaghetti ever again.
Oh, you cough and skin dust come out? That'd be disgusting.
Our dog that we used to have, she used to...
Yeah, she would eat it. Disgusting.
Yeah. And he's like, don't let her do that. I'm like, for one, she's your dog. And two, if she wants to help me clean it up, I mean, that's one less thing I got to do.
Yeah, it's your dog. She's only licking your mouth. She ain't licking mine. That's just disgusting. Why would you let her do that?
Because she was licking your mouth and not mine.
Her tail would be doing this too. She was so happy. She was like,
Or I'd be doing it and she would get right underneath me and catch it.
Yeah, or it'd fall on her back. It looked like she got scabies or something. Or what is it? Dandruff all over her. And it's skin dust.
Well,
it's disgusting.
To each their own.
You need to grow up. But chase your dreams. Continue to be the content creator. I would encourage you guys, like I said, to use your platform to benefit others, to help others, to be a helping hand when in need, and just do what you can in your means. Build people up. It's what the world needs. It's what we need. This world is a crazy place. And
another thing,
I'm sitting here. Can you quit interrupting?
Another thing, I can't remember the last time I put on makeup. Can you remember?
No, I can't.
I mean, I don't even have time to put on makeup anymore. So just realize that. I mean, as busy as our lives are.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I put on makeup, and it's 10:30 at night, and I'm about to just go wash it right back off.
Yeah. I can't even remember what I'm going to say because this is the second time I've been interrupted.
Well, you cut me off with the whole when I was talking about Sunday, and you're like, Daniel and Jordan, blah, 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 blah.
All right, guys, listen. I love you guys, and it's been great. Those of you that donated today, thank you. Me and my family appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, unless there's something else you want to interrupt me with.
My armpits are shaved.
You're disgusting. I'm so sorry, guys.
They're clean. I do that on a daily basis.
What? Wash? I hope so.
Shave my armpits.
Well, congratulations.
Well, that's one thing I do make time for.
I am very blessed to that. The only thing is, if we can get your stench under control, everything would be great.
I'm wearing deodorant.
I know, but sometimes.
Okay, real quick before you end the show. Mm-hmm. Debate. If I'm at home cleaning, sweating my butt off, I'm not going to go upstairs and put deodorant on it and waste the deodorant. No, I'm going to sweat and I'm cleaning when I'm going to shower. It's a waste of deodorant.
It's $4.
I'm wasting. I ain't going nowhere.
Honey.
And I'm busting my butt cleaning and I'm going to stink and sweat anyways. I'm not wasting the deodorant. That's a waste of money.
So now I know the real reason why you don't wear deodorant.
I do wear deodorant when we leave the house.
All right, I'm taking applications, guys, for new wives. I love you. We appreciate you.
I just like to save money.
She loves to save money. But anyways, thanks for coming on the show, honey. I'll try to keep her off for the rest of the season. No, I'm just kidding. Seriously, thanks for sitting with me. I know you've been busy today, handling with the kids and the baby and me. And thank you for taking some time out of your evening to sit down and chat with all of our beautiful, awesome family. That's where you say thank you for having me.
Oh, I was thinking about the pizza. I'm about to go warm up in the microwave.
All right, that's it. We'll see you next time. Thank you, guys. We love you. Until next time,
bye.
I'm Daniel. That's my wife.
I'm Whitney, and we're Daniel and Whitney.
See you later, guys. Love you.
Bye.
No, Jordan says latro.
Latro.
Try it one more time.
Latro.
Okay, that's good.
Well, should I get his laugh down? You're
getting pretty good.
I know, that's what he sounds. And how does he sit? Like this?
Yeah, something like that.